Warlord's got his own little indicator now. I don't know what's happening with it, but appears he has.
You have it.
That's right. I just read that message. Oh my God, this bourbon's like candy.
Yeah, so in simplified form, Donnie, it's just basically the dev bands for Laplace and normal with some added levels and color scheme.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I took out some of the extra stuff because to get the amount of levels in, to get 13 levels in, some stuff had to get taken out
Gotcha.
just to be able to fit it all because that Pine script freaking output limit kills it. But it worked out.
Cool.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of output. Holy crap. First, have an announcement. iMars is now X-Mars. He must be on his return flight. That's good. Lovely, lovely. I see we have P-Funk in the house. Always a pleasure. Always has nice questions. So let's see here. We've got a lot of goodness coming today, like I was just talking about. As soon as this stream is over, the RMLR is going to be published, and you will be receiving access to it, those of you that have the Pro Trader account. So good stuff, and I've got it loaded up right here. I was going to do some little live input stuff, see what's happening in here. I got to change some color schemes. Let me blow it up. What we got working. And by the way, this is telling you, this has become a huge part of my bias on macro, medium time frames. Put it this way, 4 hour and up. Very, very powerful, getting trend. And especially when I'm doing my pre-market shuffle, I'm getting a bias for the intraday. It's like I'm looking at this on the 4 hour, the 90 minute, the 45 minute, the 15 minute. And you start to really see the power of it because returns mean revert. Price doesn't. Price follows returns. So you get far enough away from the mean, the returns are going to mean revert at some point. So then it's easy to be able to identify using the other indicators, especially the prediction model that we've got working. Me and MJ were just talking about it. It's because Donnie mentioned something in the chat. I mean, we're not even going to talk about it, but he's just like, there's a high probability this is better than correlation. And, immediately I'm a fruitcake. I'm just like, how dare you? Where's my garlic? I'm going to come get that man. But
I should have waited for you to have some more bourbon first. Sorry.
And then I'm telling MJ earlier, I think he's right. I think he's right because it is very powerful. Like you get down on a 5 minute chart, and I was going back through time, just looking at the prediction changes, right? Just looking at the prediction changes, taking anywhere from $100 to $200 scalps, or even more, because that prediction model using the other indicators really, once you learn how to use the whole system, really helps you stay in trades a lot longer. Through entropy going into trend and even heading back up into randomness, you'll see moves stay the same. The prediction model will stay the same. It's pretty powerful. I'm really digging it a lot. That's probably close on the horizon, going to be the next upgrade to an indicator you guys already have if you have the Pro Trader account. But it's super cool. It was a super high probability of wins because same philosophy freaking applies. If you get say like one of these little moves right here, right? Say you get in something like that, it fizzles out. You just get out of the trade. It's not brain surgery. This is people have to adapt to understand exactly what we're doing, and it's all about winning and losing, really limiting the loss, right? And I talk about all the time if I'm counter trading my bias, how I take risk off, right? Or if I have a macro bias and that intraday bias is lining up perfectly with it, and say volatility's low, man, I am like, I think I was maybe talking yesterday. I might be adding to my account because I'm not going to use leverage, but I want to put a lot of risk on in situations like that. But when I counter trend trade that bias that day, knowing how powerful that is, say to the top side, there's bound to be some nice scalps to the downside. There always is. And if I take those, I'm taking a ton of risk off. It's not that I'm not taking the trades, I'm just pulling all my risk. A lot of it. In that situation right there, I would probably pull at least 75% of the risk off. Boop, bye. So if I'm working 4 Bitcoins, I'm taking 3 off. Boop. Just make those counter trend trades with 1 BTC. God, I want to start trading again. It's close. I'm getting pretty bored to the point where I'm like, should I go get a job? Hey, I'm a trader. Let's trade. When the market's like this, I love dumping liquidity into it, right? It's a no-brainer. Been talking with other people. It's like there's so much damn blood in the streets and everybody's crying and about this bear market. And in my opinion, it's free. Smart money is buying. Smart money is buying. There's a pretty successful billionaire out there that definitely goes by that philosophy, right? Especially when it's your own blood. And when I'm long term in an investment, I'm not going to just get out. People are like, oh, call it diamond hands or what the fuck ever. No, I'm just a smart investor. I'm not interested in trying to swing trade that investment, right? Not interested at all. I'm getting into it for the future because I know what's going to happen. So, um, wait a minute. Gotta love Apple. It pops up little warnings and shit. Yeah, somebody's trying to get to me. Always. Good luck. The Kraken's got mad security. All right. And I forgot the hell what I was talking about. I was just trading, right? Oh yeah, take risk on, risk off. That's what's making the system so powerful. It's not about just the indicators, it's about how we trade. And if you just adopt that philosophy, I mean, oh my God, you guys, Donnie and Van have built these indicators to allow us to see in to this realm where everybody's trying to crack this code, right? But they're using indicators based on price action. You're not going to get there. You're not going to get there. So this is super powerful, in our opinions, right? Especially when you adopt the entire trading model. It's like that's I mean, it almost feels like is what we're trying to do is just create these traders where they understand the full spectrum of what goes into this, because everybody wants to be a professional trader. Look, if you're a professional trader, you're trading low time frame volatility, no doubt about it. That's in our opinions, the only way to go at it. And you can be so successful, it is just stupid, especially if you have a big account and you understand those biases and stuff and how to take risk off in the right situations, all of that. People ask me all the time, oh my God, what have you been trading for? Like, how old are you? Like 80? You've been trading for like 5 decades? No, not even close. Not even freaking close. 10 years, maybe? And it's not like I went to some school. It's just like I went at this hardcore and I wanted to find that system. Always been looking for that system, right? Then we finally found somebody popped in talking about volatility one day. Yeah, probably almost 4 years now. It's ridiculous how time flies. And we all kind of like adopted that philosophy. even though everybody knew who this guy was, what he was, because we've seen him snap a million times, but you just go with it because he's actually a smart guy. Unfortunately, his personality, I mean, is on the other end of the spectrum and he doesn't know how to treat people, which is okay. That's why we're here for people. We actually care about the traders. There's not a dumb question in this. This is some of the hardest stuff anybody will ever learn when it comes to trading, right? You think about this. You literally have an entire like group analyzing this shit, like at these high frequency trading firms and stuff. We're packaging this stuff up and delivering it to you on a silver platter, saying, "Hey, this is going to be a long road to hoe. If you put time in and you learn this system, you are gonna whoa, you're gonna love it. It'll change. It'll change everything you think about how these markets operate when you start following these return-based oscillators, right? The probability and statistics. Very powerful. Entropy, right? And this prediction model built on Gaussian distribution, right? Log return moving averages. There's some powerful stuff behind it that I'm really starting to like. When you drop on these low time frames, very powerful. But back to the RMLR. Of course, I got sidetracked. Let's change this thing up. It's got a lot of options. Everybody know I like my sample size. Like I was trying to tell MJ, so what are we doing with this indicator? Is what I'm trying to do is take all the noise out, right? I want to take all the noise out. So I want a little bit longer of a length. Like a lot of my indicators, I'll have on a low length, a 9, a 7, something like that, a 9 or a 6. I try to stay with that 369. But sometimes 7 works for me. I don't know why, but sometimes it does. So a longer length is going to take that noise out for you and keep in that in as far as especially now I'm back over here, but when we're talking about like the tended, like I'm about to switch this on to the predicting model. And so the RMLR will literally have the prediction, right? That I'm running over here on the entropy. So it's just super cool, is where I'm getting at. And I think a longer length, and I like using 33 really takes the noise out of it and it'll keep you in trades longer when you're down there on the 5 minute because that's what it's all about, maximizing your return. There's no doubt about that. And I'm telling you, this is almost taken out the whole thing where I I don't need to know anymore when I mean obviously I'm going to naturally see the divergence building and I love it, but instead of me using it on the super low time frames to trade with, I'm going to move that back up into the to middle high macro time frames area just for a little bit of bias and start solely focusing on this prediction model on the low time frames, the volatility, right? It's we've been asking for a long time. Hey, man, we want an indicator where we can just push the green button, push the red button, share this with the community, the people that have the Pro Trader account. Everybody go, yeehaw, let's celebrate. That's what we want. That's what we've been trying to do. And these guys just continue to produce and bring things together. And if people don't think that, like if there's somebody in the chat or if you don't think you're being recognized or whatever, trust me, there's eyes on everybody. Everything's being heard. I mean, right? Donnie heard Crypto Warlord. Now he's got his own little indicator. I haven't loaded it up yet, but hey, right? Look at his indicator and then look at my VRE. I mean, we're like brothers from another mother.
Right? Two sides of the equation here, Matt.
Oh, great. Now I pop over on SPY, so now I got to shit can the RMLR for a minute. The attention deficit people are going to have a really rough time with this video. Just hang tight. So now we're on the SPY on the VRE. Target hit. Talked about it yesterday. I thought we were going to gap up there, right? No. Why? Well, the 68.3. Hold on. Let me reload. So these distribution ranges, they will shuffle around and move a little bit during volatile moves. That's natural. All you got to do is reload the chart. It'll flatten everything back out and you'll literally be able to see where what ranges were being hit, like to the dollar. And now of course it's back on freaking BTC. Let's get SPY up. Hello, sweet pea. So you can see, right? Open up, boom. You immediately it's running. It was running for that 385 area. That was my first stop. Second one was going to be up here at about 390. It rejected right off the top side of the 68.3 Laplace on the daily, pulled back, boom, even dumped down real quick below the tight weekly volatility range for SPY, right? Pulled back up immediately, back up into it. This is an area high volatility. You've literally got the monthly range with this tight weekly inside of it. This thing's going to go just nutty wild the rest of this week. Guarantee it. There's going to be a lot of volatility in here. This thing's going to be flying around. It'd be nice if it could close a freaking daily candle above like 390. This thing has got room to run, right? It's got green pastures. The heavy volatility is below, which is saying, look, that's another way you're going to see when that sell pressure is being taken off. If you can get up to these levels, the selling's not there. That's kind of what I see when I look into this. But then we get the rejection for a second time. It made another run up here, finds its way down almost to the bottom side of the 68.3 and the center of the daily range here, right? Even these wicks, they got down to the top of the daily range pretty much, but didn't really get in. Just got in a little more. But then the rest of the day ran right up to the middle of the monthly range, rejected there, got a nice bounce closing the day though from the center of that tight weekly range, and post market floated up a little bit, little drifty poo there. That's strong in my opinion. We got the retest. Let's see what happens tomorrow. All right, let's see what happens tomorrow. Let me hold on here. Let's pop it up. Can't leave SPY hanging like that. Come on, 4 hour. Let me take this RML off for a minute. Yep, you got backseated, dog. Well, first thing I'm seeing on the 4 hour is this massive outlier on the log return Z score, which there would be, right? This thing's had a nice ride. The fishers are up though. Fishers look good. You're getting some div here on the DLP, not on the returns oscillator at all. The div was, you know what? Yeah, the div big time bounce off the mean here, right? There's where the bull div was, big time with the nice bounce. And right when it bounced off the mean, it rocket shipped that the Z score up through the 99% confidence interval. So this will, you know what though? Look at the Shannon entropy percentile, right? Starting to build. And so what else do I have working here? The Shannon entropy percentile, because I'm giving it a chance, you know, shit cannon correlation and running this prediction model. And I'm digging it. And pretty sure there's an upgrade coming for the AVR. We'll be able to throw a prediction line on the volatility. I mean, it's yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm all for correlation, but hey, man, correlations really can. It's not the easiest thing to try to teach or explain to people. You got to just learn it. It's like if you guys know what euchre is. If you're in the Midwest, you probably know what euchre is. You know, a lot of other people, spades, hearts, all those games. What is that, 500 or something? It's something you just have to use and understand. It's hard to explain. But yeah, good stuff. Can't wait till all that happens. So that being said, these fishers are all in lockstep heading up, and just the bull div. The bull div. This can stay up here. Doesn't have to come back down, is what I'm saying. Eventually, it makes its way back down. So when might that possibly happen? When you get a 4 hour candle, man, and the predictor changes, right? Big sign that move could be over. So we'll see. And this is on a 4 hour. All right, this is on a 4 hour. Let's see how the 90-minute close. Yeah, that predictor's up too. In the Z scores at the bottom down here. Is there any? I mean, yeah, there's definitely some bear div on the 90. There isn't any. I mean, just a tad bit on the DLP. But there's none on the fishers. Z score, no. It's just on the return oscillator. And really only just this bit right here. Just this end bit here. And it's not strong. It's not strong at all. Where if this thing were to open up tomorrow and just start pumping, you're gonna get a bounce right here. Boop, right off of that zero mean. It did end though. This 90-minute candle, you can see it was significantly negatively correlated, right? Right here, negative correlation. Well, here, these two candles, it contracted. Price action whoop, up, then volatility expanded while it was significantly negatively correlated. That last 90-minute candle dumped down to where it closed. Interesting. Trying to get a beat on what's going to happen when things rev up tomorrow. Yeah, there was definitely some bear div. Let's see back here. I mean, it would just be ideal. You open up, maybe they try to gap it down pre-market, right? Run it down here under the weekly range again. If that happens, you're gonna have to see the response. Maybe it comes down to the 68.3 again. The new daily range, though, the new daily range is going to be price action's almost right. Price action is going to open above the daily range. Probably going to be pretty tight. So you're going to have a daily range probably above the weekly, real tight. You get a nice bounce there, all that can change on those lower time frames. I think it could rip. Because I'm still expecting this 390, right? They're going to test the top of this monthly range. I want to see a daily candle close above there. 100%. What is it? Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. We missed that Monday. So a couple more days. Good stuff. Oh, I'm not even in the stream chat. Shit. I'm in this funny ass, the longest ticket we've ever had in the universe. Let me
Thank
see.
you for the opportunity, man.
Right.
Appreciate
Let me see. You want to learn any of this? Yep, African Indies. I'm reading all this.
it.
Yes. Oh, okay. So now you're ex Mars? What do you mean I'm Mars?
Higher interest.
Yes. I like X Mars. I like Mick Mars. I've been rocking a lot of Motley Crue lately. Let's see. Yeah, the prediction, say Ron. Okay, here, let me show you, man. Let me give you a little taste. Let me give you a little taste. You got a drink? You might need a drink. I'm drinking. It's all good. Let's see, buddy. Where are we? So when we're talking about a predictor, I probably shouldn't. I probably even shouldn't even be showing it yet, but it's all good. So, MJ, you available?
Yeah.
Where's that definition for Alma again? Can you read that?
Yeah, I'll find it, put it in chat.
All right. So is what we got working here is you've got these moving averages, okay, and you've got a fast predictor and a slow predictor, and then you have a bunch of different types. I mean, he doesn't know how to do it simple. I mean, it's impressive. All these things, and this is why these inputs are like this, so you can work with this stuff. But this Alma, I'm falling in love with, and when MJ pops that description in there, you'll see why. And so you've got a fast and a slow, and you know me and my numbers. So I've got the fast on a 6, the slow on a 33. And so it's a predictor model, and it's pretty much built on a Gaussian distribution. Okay. In the end, when he posts that definition, it's very interesting. I had no clue about it. No clue at all. No clue at all. So that's what it's working on. And you go down on the low time frames, it's freaking powerful, right? Especially when it's moving with your bias, right? What's your bias? But any of these moves, for crying out loud, they're pretty powerful. There's going to be some where you're going to be getting out quick, right? But also, you've got to realize the really strong moves, when entropy's in total randomness, when entropy is reverting, right? These are when you get these nice moves, right? And this is literally as soon as that predictor change, entropy started dropping into trend, you're in that freaking trade. It's a no-brainer. Now you're just like, where am I taking profit? Where am I taking profit? Was that 381? This is SPY. Boom. Yep, that candle, 384. I mean, that was a nice little move. Let me get back on Bitcoin. SPY's good. I like SPY. It's going to have a good day. There we go. But yeah, I mean, look at these just two back-to-back moves. Real nice, because we're talking about the way we trade. It's like you're gonna take your profit, right? You're not even looking to stay in this trade the whole time in the beginning, right? That's why I'm still working with this. This could actually let you out. You might miss out on a little pullback. It might eat a tiny bit of your profit. But if you just wait until that predicting model changes and you just take the profit, it's pretty damn powerful. Pretty damn powerful indeed. And it's like you mess with the length long enough on these low time frames, you could have possibly stayed in this whole damn move. You had one little hiccup right here, right? Where, hey, you can get out. But as soon as it flipped back, right? Maybe you take that quick little trade there, get out, minimal, if any, profit, and then boom, you're right back in. Then boom, you're right back in. It's pretty smoking. I don't know what the hell they've been smoking, but they're on to some Einstein shit. It's really good.
We're trying our best.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. Now we got Homie the Clown in the chat. I forgot about that shit.
Hey, Bilbo.
Yo.
I just add, so you got the predictor, and then the
Mhm.
second option is the trend, which is meant to be the kind of, if you want to take a longer approach to it in terms of, you're not looking for quick moves, you're looking for consistency. So essentially they could mirror each other if you wanted, but the reason there's two is so someone using it can plot two lines, one meant to be more of a longer term look, and then one being more quick, like the predictor. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. There we go, folks. Straight from the horse's mouth. Yeah, Sayron. Are you talking about like will that color scheme be on the RMLR? Yep. I'm pretty sure, correct, Donnie? It's
we
on.
haven't put it on there yet. We can, but we might want to talk about that because they're really telling you two different things, and the RMLR is more that
Right.
projection might confuse. I mean, as long as the user really understood, what they're looking at.
Let me see.
But yeah,
Let's turn this baby on in 5 minutes. Yeah, right now the colors are set, so above the mean green, below red. But no, I understand what you're saying. Man, I'm getting weird artifacts. I don't know. Let me see. Well, I was even giving them on 30, I think. Let's see. Oh, there, it took it out. Really? 33 is pulling that garbage on me? Okay, well, let's throw a. Ooh. Yeah, I'll work with that later. Okay. But anyway, I like the predictor. I do. I do. We're trying to simplify this, right? As much as I want to cram volatility down everybody's throat, we're trying to make the Holy Grail indicator. That's what's going to fly. That's what's going to make people really happy, right? Who wouldn't be? That's what everybody's looking for. We can't lie to ourselves. We want the Holy Grail. Bring it.
Soon. I reckon. Very soon. Not that far out. Then it's up to us. We gotta have fast fingers.
I love P-Funk. You hear that, guys? For those of you, what do you say? For those new here, if I had these while making markets, it would have been even less fair. Yeah, totally, dude. You know it. Oh my goodness. All kinds of stuff to read today. I love it. Direction. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Euchre's big there too. Big prison game. People would be like, huh, were you locked up or something? Let me see. Yes, we will. The upgrade to that entropy indicator will be coming. That's a brutal hit. Questions, let them fly. Okay, where are we going? Let me look at this 4 hour real quick. I'll deal with this RMLR later. Let me take that little sweet pea off. Is what I want to do. Turn this baby back on. Where's that 90-minute at? Let me see what's going here. This was real interesting. This prediction. This prediction. Get that word. Get that stinky word out of your mouth. This projection. Um. I'm gonna move it up. Remember yesterday I had it here. Beautiful, beautiful how it just worked through that distribution, bounced off the 95.4. It was a wonderful thing. Now we're gonna come back here. 22 bars. Oh, got a dog dreaming. There we go. Nice. So yeah, ran up almost. I'm pretty much 99.7. Pulled back inside the 95.4. See what happens going into close here. This is on the 90. Is there anything cooking on the 4 hour? I don't even like throwing a projection on something like this. Just too choppy. I mean, you can throw one on right here. All right. Because I like 4 hour projections. There's no doubt. What you dreaming about, boy? Chasing squirrels?
Xmas just posted the funniest meme, dude. Do not stress. As soon as that's happening to you, you're coming along. You're coming along.
Nice. I just saw it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. That's one of the, that's why it's best to just understand it. Just give it some time. You'll see it when there's volatility, expansion, and contraction, and when the correlation breaks. Yeah, this 4 hour, I mean, it ran up above the 95.4, whoop, came right back down, bounced right up to 68.3, reject off the 95.4. So going to run back up here by the close of the day, like up towards 21. MJ was predicting earlier, Bitcoin, yeah, it's going to close above 21 today. He's always making these wild predictions, trying to get me to trade them. Let's see. No, that's interesting. You know what else? So I'm going to pull that down. I want to see. I haven't looked at him for a while. I want to see where Bitcoin's at in relation to our, the reverse Fisher and wave trend. These moving averages. Okay, I'm starting to like his 4 hour. Let's see what's happening here. Flip back up. I'm sure the pattern net balls are out there going, hey, Bitcoin no bottom, man. We want to keep this reverse wave trend. These moving averages, right? These log return moving averages crossing up the reverse wave trend. I like that on the 4 hour. Want to get a better slope on this reverse Fisher. Definitely got to close some candles above the 99 length log return moving average because that's troublesome right there. If you start using that length, you'll see what I mean. It's powerful. It is powerful. Oh yeah. And Yasha said we're getting rugged. What the hell? Okay, so 4 hour
I can hear you.
starting to flip around. A 90-minute. Probably strong. Yeah, you got the power mean band all synced up. Moving averages are climbing again. This is what I want to see on the 4-hour, right? I want to see this Fisher turn up. Get everything in lockstep. Let's get this thing up there. What do returns do? They mean revert. God, let me turn this. Let me check real quick. Daily. Sure, we're plugging up against something. Okay, we got back up above the 9. Still just looks grotesque on these high time frames. I'm not gonna lie. 12-hour probably looks a little better. Starting to plane out a little bit, I'm sure. Yeah, the bands anyway. Bands are really tightening up. I want to see the 12-hour cross too. 4-hour has. And we're definitely, I mean, you can see on the 12-hour, but rejecting off this 33 length log return moving average. Oh, nice. Wait a minute, the chat just got too good. I got to read all this. Oh, no. Soundtrack. Oh, now we're talking Six Sigma. Hmm. Nice. See about the weekly. God, weekly's just ugly. But this was expected, man. I was talking about this cross for a while. As soon as it happened, massive dumpage, right? It's a no-brainer on these macro time frames. That shit gets respected. And we dumped down below this 99 the first time, retested it perfectly. And right when those two reverse models freaking flip, down we went. To let's see. 40, almost 45%. Okay. On a weekly when that cross happened. Did you see that video? That dumbass was talking about crosses. What the hell's he talking about? I'm checking them all. Yeah, still train wrecked. It's got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. What time frame was that? I was working with Time to Fly last night. I think it was. First off, I got to get the UPM off, put the RMLR back on, and go to. Maybe it was the weekly. Yeah, this is what I was talking to her about. What length is this, though? Something's not looking right. That's right, because I changed the length. I like 33. Don't give me artifacts. We're on a weekly. I shouldn't have any. Why? Donnie, I don't know if you're watching. I don't know why we're getting these weird artifacts, man, in this new model. Something gets switched up or something? I had no, like right here, look. Here's the older version, and I have it. Do I really? Oh, you're gonna make yourself look like a knucklehead? Hold on, guys. Might have rugged myself. It's okay. Throw this back on 30. Getting a little aggressive with the 33, apparently. Just slap me when you see me. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, you can see what happened, right? When price action finally really fell below, went back up to the mean right here and rejected. Even went back up with another wick, rejected, dumped out. So I was talking with Time to Fly last night. I was like, returns mean revert, but that doesn't mean this thing has to shoot back up here to 30K or 26 or, in the next couple quarters. But what if we just go sideways? I mean, we're talking, this is the end of the year, right? This is December right here. And we're talking about, I mean, this could happen. And then maybe, boom, I mean, first things first, we need another test of this mean. The returns need to mean revert. And price action is going to follow. And it's how that price action is going to react when it gets here, is what I'm looking for, right? At least for, okay, this shit's over, right? This market's turning around. The returns are on top of the mean now. We're going to have a little burst to the upside. And everybody knows at some point, crypto's not going anywhere. It's embedded into the institutions at this point, a lot of them, right? A lot more than I think we know about, right? They're stealthy little bastards. Dude, that's a funny gif. Oh, what the heck? Eyes just crossed. Okay. And I only have one. It takes a lot. It took Crypto Warlord's indicator to cross my eye. So that's what I'm wanting to see what happens here. Because at some point the returns are going to mean revert. That doesn't mean price action has to go up. Hell, price action can go down and mean revert. Right? We're down under 10K down here. But it's what you will see, and is what we learned real quickly, because just the echo chamber forever was like past price action does not predict the future of the mean of returns. Excuse me? Apparently it does. Apparently it does. So, and when you get this indicator, you'll soon see it. You will see that the past 30 candles of price action are the future prediction of the mean of log returns. And when you fully understand what that means, it just blows your mind a little bit. I know, I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I know Yasha is. It's just something like when you start studying all this stuff, it's like, no, that's not possible. That doesn't work. It's just not the way things are. And it's like, yeah, I beg to differ, man. Unless I'm having a senior moment, these guys are playing tricks on me. It's good stuff. So it's like when do the returns mean revert? What's that? Let's see you. What'd you say, MJ? Was that you?
Oh, no. It's just laughing.
Nice junior moments. All right. As long as I don't have them on the golf course, I'll be happy. All right. So here's because I understand what you're saying, and that is everybody's first dealio. Let me see. You're using a 416. All right. No problemo. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, that's fine. That's even better, because even though we got the flash back here, you're seeing this start to flash. You're not touching that. You're not touching this yet, especially if you're using this model. This is what you're wanting to see, and right here you got this nice flash, right before the bulk of this 1 minute move happened. And I'm just showing how, where here's the same trend line over here, right, lined up perfectly with that. And so you've got all lower lows on price action. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Literally 7, or actually not that one. That one. Probably about 6 higher lows. And then boom, you start to get a little candle to the top side on the returns, all right? So you have no clue. Is the div going to play out hard? Is it significant? Yeah, in my opinion, it is. So then, and you already know, okay, you got the flash down here, right? You know the 981's flashing. The next candle, the 2400's flashing. They're all, the 2400's already significantly positively correlated. Positive correlation on the expansion on the low length one. This is literally on this candle right here. It's a no-brainer to get into that position. Literally a no-brainer. And let's see, even if we get in on the big candle, so we're talking, we'll even round it up to 350. Yeah, that was tough. You're taking a $50 scalp there. You know what? I mean, that was a toughie. You got to take a quick scalp there. This probably wasn't the best. I'm just showing you how a move presents itself. Whether or not you would have been out of that trade quick, put it that way. Let's see that. Uh, let me see. No, it should all be the same. Let me, or you know what? I might have mine set a little. No, it's probably all the same. So you're on the 1 minute chart. Are you on the Bitcoin index on the 1 minute? We just might have different charts up because, like a futures chart and an index chart, sometimes are going to be a little different. Not sometimes, they're always going to be a little different. But yeah, like MJ saying right there. And the biggest thing is here's what that pro chart will do for you. When you start, as soon as you start understanding how volatility is working, you're going to forget everything about the traditional TA stuff. You're all of a sudden you're going to be like, what the hell is everybody doing out there? Right? The volatility obviously is very important. When most of those people, what are they focused on? They're focused on like volume. I could care less about volume. What's creating the volume in the first place? That's what this is where people get lost. They don't understand what's creating every fucking thing out there. It's just volatility. Variance is the purest form showing you that it's just volatility. The standard deviation of returns is volatility. And when that data spreads out from the mean, volatility is pushing that. Right? So it is what it is. It's kind of like this is going to be probably one of the hardest things you ever try to tackle, in my opinion. It's pretty damn complicated, but the rewards are incredible when you start to learn it. And so this is like the slow roll to not overwhelm you, to learn just the basic of the volatility first, to start recognizing the divergences, right? Because they'll be there. They'll be there. Look at this big return candle. And this is another thing. When you get freaking return candles down into like 2SD and then they're all lower lows, dude, this thing's going to flip. The returns are literally telling you. Because what are the the price action is going to follow the returns. And if you see that is diminishing, that move, it's a no-brainer. Just like this big powerful move here, you get this big candle. Crying out loud. You had a bunch of different div plays here. 1, 2, 3 div plays, right? That literally didn't create any bull div to the top side whatsoever. But it still had that move. But what did it continue to do? Long-term time series, just building div, 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 div. Finally, you get this move up here. It was still div. Finally, we really had, and this is a 1 minute. It finally, woof, flush. You know what that would look like on a 4 hour? That's a massive. That would have been boom, boom, just a flush out right there. It's just over a long-term period. At some point, the faucet's going to break. I mean, that thing is going to pounce. These are just little div plays. Boop, 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 boop. And then finally, this last part of it right here, which little pattern geniuses will be like, oh man, that was a descending triangle. And yeah, or whatever the hell they call those things, a pennant. Little that was like a whatever. Fuck, I don't even know the patterns anymore. And that's why that thing jumped to the top side. It's like, no, you goof ass. That's not what happened. And it created the bull div right here. All right. So then it had the pop, but it wasn't enough. If this would expand, if this would have blown through, and you created another big return candle with this move going up to, I don't know, way up here, all right, 20.5 or something. There's that div's gone. It finally just had to break. Boop, and it did. Oh yeah, it's 6, huh? It's all good. Let me check my phone real quick, although I need to publish that indie. Yeah, I'm good. We can continue. But yeah, that's just an example. And we're like on a 1 minute. Might be a little tougher because the moves are quick, right? And I'll be honest, if you're down here trading a 1 minute, your chances are your scalps are tiny, man. You're ripping off trades if you're down on the 1 minute. So 5 minute, probably a little better for a more sustained move, especially when you get volatility contracting everywhere. Yep, there you go. For sure. Yeah, just stick with it, IMARS. You'll be fine. You're hanging. If you just hang out and just continue to absorb this stuff, dude, it will start clicking. Guarantee it. And all these guys in here talking, dude, they're in your same damn position. Trust me. We all were. This is nothing new. Right? You stick with it, you will be fine. There is no doubt. No doubt. You're always there because you're going to receive help. All right. But yeah, that was just one good example. But it's more for you, like I said, to just study it. Really, don't look for the trades. Look what it means when you're getting all this, when all these different lengths are contracting, and then when volatility starts to expand, you want to look at the correlation. And that's going to give you direction every time. And they might not even all line up, but I guarantee it. Like if there's a move, like right here coming down, there could be a couple maybe expanding volatility, negatively correlated, and one could be contracting volatility, positively correlated. In this instance, right here, it was contracting, positively correlated on the low time frame. Right when the move started, contraction, correlation broke right here, positively correlated. The move went down. Right here, let's see, expansion, negatively correlated, all the way down. Even the end of it went negative with some expansion right there to finish the move off on the 2400. It's all about just learning all the different variations of what happens when volatility expands, contracts, whether it's positively or negatively correlated. And if you just focus on that, you'll start seeing it in the indicators. Everything will start clicking. And yeah, it's a good thing, man. It's a real good thing. Yeah, we're stoked when people come in and want to learn it. You want to stick it out. There's a reason. I mean, it's hard. We're in magical internet land, right? We're literally, I mean, a lot of us alpha traders, we know each other, but new people come in. You guys don't know who the hell we are or what we're up to. We can say, trust the process, man. Trust the team, like in NFTs. But you can here. We're a family for sure. We want to share this with people that want to learn it. It's not the easiest thing, but it's so powerful.
Yeah, it's people putting their money where their mouth is.
Yep.
And the more correct they are, hopefully, obviously, the more correct they are, the longer they last. So that is the observation. Um, yeah.
Yeah, and if you come in and you're really working hard and you open up a 10,000 line ticket, Donnie will make you an indicator.
Oh man, I'm watching this thing play out right now, Bobo.
I know you are.
Oh, gee,
I'm happy
guys,
for
this
you.
is this is like literally one of the fucking
Yes.
craziest presents I've ever been given in my whole life. And I used to race motorbikes. I've been given some cool shit through sponsors and stuff. But genuinely, this feels like so much hard work. And fuck, I might even want to tear up. It feels like so much hard work and like Yamaha coming to pick me up and be like, "Oh yeah, man, we see what you're doing there. Cool, come ride with us, you know. And it's like it's one of those emotional points in my life. I'm like, fuck, dude, look at what hard work does, and just persistence. Wake up, grind 19 hours, go back to sleep. And I'm looking at something that I never ever thought could ever come up with in my wildest dreams.
No.
It's yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It just stops. There we go. It pops it through. Come back
Not
down.
not
I
to
go.
get real cheesy or anything, but it speaks to that family comment from Bilbo. I mean, we're a tight group,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to do that stuff because I like to do it for one, but we're all good people, so
Yeah, Bunny, I
yeah.
appreciate that, dude. Um, ah, gee, if you come to Zambia, I will tell you, any of you guys come to Zambia, you will have the best time of
Oh, I know.
your life. At least
I'd have to get some special
have the
sunscreen
best
probably.
time here, G.
My mom's been to almost every country in Africa.
We got it. Don't worry. They'll be organized.
You
What? Which one did she like best?
know what? She liked Where the Messiah?
Oh, you were telling me. Yeah, I think they're like Kenya or something like that.
Yeah, dude, she dug him. I mean, dude, she brought back so much stuff because they're very colorful people. They're like clothing and stuff.
Indeed.
She brought back a lot of really cool things. But yeah, she had a ton of pictures and she really enjoyed that. But she liked everywhere. The U.S. government will try to scare the shit out of everybody. Oh, it's not safe to go anywhere in the world. Blah 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 blah. It's like go experience the world. You're gonna be just fine. People love each other, man. The governments are what's whacked. Now, obviously, you probably don't want to get dropped inside some crypto warlord's freaking backyard where all those goats are and to come out with a machete and get you. But like, look at this 5 minute chart right here. Hi, Mars. Holy shit! Look at this return candle, dude. We're up here about 5 standard deviations, and this thing is pushing. I mean, me and MJ, we're definitely talking. It does look like this baby's gonna pop to probably 21 before close. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
Please witness this perfection.
Yeah, is
Watch the
that where
fire
that
happen.
is that where that freaking whatever that shooting was? Is that what he's talking about? This is what's crazy. I think that Highland Park thing. Yeah, man, this is what's insane. This is how fucked the media is. It's like more people got shot and died in Chicago on the 4th of July than happened in that shooting, but the media doesn't talk about any of that because they're working their little gun control fucking angle. It's ridiculous. There's so many people being killed in these fucking inner cities every day. Every day. But then when you have a mass shooting, man, it's publicized and rah, the roars for gun control. I mean, I was talking in another Discord today. The only reason this whole damn world hasn't fallen under the control of these psychos is because they cannot invade America. They know it's not going to go down good. The Japanese said it the best, which are beautiful people. They've been that war is fucking awful, man. It's always the governments. And they use the people as fucking pawns. Borders, everything. They separate us with borders and languages. And in the beginning, we all spoke the same language. I mean, this separation thing been going on for a long time. Humanity as a group is so powerful, you're not going to be controlled. Everybody's going to get along. Everybody's like, oh, that's bullshit. It's like, no, it can happen. But when you have these governments poisoning people's minds against each other, of course it's not going to happen. But holy crap. It's like Indianapolis, I mean, I'm just south of, is this like a suburb of Chicago? I mean, the murders are insane. The murders are insane. But what does the media focus on? Oh, cops are killing black men. It's like it's a fucking lie. The unfortunate thing is, in the inner cities, black men are killing black men, and I have a lot of black friends from the military. It's insane. Yeah, Detroit. I mean, fuck P-Funk, another war zone. Hell, Indianapolis has become a war zone. Chicago's been a war zone for a long time. So is Detroit. Detroit was probably a war zone before Chicago was a war zone. But yeah, there's so many freaking. It's insane how they twist the narrative. of things. It is. It's sad as hell. Sad as hell. Especially when you've like seen war and you're just like, what the fuck is even happening right now? This is some silly fucking shit. There's no need for it. The governments though, man, they know if humanity came together, they're fucked. That's why they try to separate people so bad. It's age old, right? Hell, kings and castles have been doing it. They keep people down, taxing them, right?
Mm.
Insane. You keep people highly taxed, separated, you're gonna cause some definite dysfunction. Well, they've done a great job. People that say the system's broke, I'm like, I beg to differ. It's running flawlessly for the ones that created it. We're just all like following the Pied Piper for whatever reason, or most people are. The general narrative, it's pretty sad, especially if all the bad shit going on, and they just want to publicize like some wacko that goes and shoots fucking however 70 fucking people and kills 10 or like all these school shootings. And that's engineered for one thing, to push for gun control. They want to twist the minds of the American people to think giving up their guns is a good idea. Newsflash, is there anybody in this chat that ever thinks that's going to happen? Because it's not. Americans are not stupid when it comes to that. If we give up our guns, it won't be long at all. This country will be taken over. There's no doubt. They're just waiting. They play the long game. They play the long game. They have been. That's their specialty. Christ knows how long this has been going on. Everybody's like, all the governments are separated. No, no, no. The governments are together separating the people. People get like freaking bogged down in the clown show, in the puppet, in the on the stage. All these governments acting like they're at each other's throats. No, 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 no. They're in it. They're in cahoots. Who was it? George Carlin said it the best. It's a club, and we're not in it. We're not in it. And unfortunately, I mean, Donald Trump's in that club, right? He's a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, you're pretty much you're in. You're in or you're not. That's the whole thing. Even with entertainment and stuff. If you want to make it in this sick world, it's like you're in the club. You won't get famous without it. That's why all these Hollywood people are so twisted and shit. God knows what they're up to. Politicians. You want to be a politician, you're going to be bought. You're going to be bought by one side. You're not going to be a politician for long if you're trying to go against the grain. Pretty insane. But yeah, we live in clown world right now. The main reason why I'm in the boonies.
Yeah, stay away.
Yeah, man. That's the best case scenario. I love this return candle in this 5 minute. That was a beauty. That was an absolute beauty right there. Was that an easy trade just using volatility, Imers? No, man. Or XMARS? Sorry. My goodness. Not at all. Volatility was like coming down, contracting. Here's the key though. This is what you look for. I talk about this all the time. What happened here? This volatility totally expanded 100% in the 1 minute. Couple candles later, it fell off a cliff. As soon as that happens, you will see almost 95% of the time, bam, you're going to get another volatility expansion and a big move. So that was a little signal right there. For sure. And is what's great, any div that was down here on this 5 minute, man, it just got blown the hell out of the water. Right now is this is what starts happening. You start getting some higher highs here on the 1 minute and lower high return candles. You'll start building that bear div, or it could just dump. It could just go down, right? But chances are this thing's going to probably create some lower highs, start working some div going into the end of the day. Then you're over here poking around on the VRE. Where are we? What in the hell did we just? That's SPY. Hey, buddy, let's get it shit together. Get on the right chart. So what are we doing? Nice. This would be great to close up above the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution on the daily. Found some support up here. It's real nice. This is what would be epic. Let's get up here, right? We're trying to push to 21. 20.8 is the 1SD. The weekly R1 is right at 21. That would be beautiful. And this is at this point. So I'm going to go over here. Get down here. see what's happening. We're having an outlier on the 15-minute, right? Let me turn off this RMLR so I can get this nice little juicy price action here. Was there dib? No, there was not. Nope, nope, nope. So you're running hot on this outlier, right? The predictor, right when the outlier started, the predictor flipped. The predictor flipped. Beautiful. Having full volatility expansion, correlation broke, right? Correlation broke right there. Boom. And then this 15-minute candle ripped. Some good stuff. All right. Yeah, let's wrap it up. I want to get this indicator done. Eat some food. Yeah, for sure, P-Funk, always, man. Always. Yeah, we got a great group of people. It's only going to grow, right? The good ones stay. The good ones learn. I mean, we were talking behind the scenes one time. Just like, could you imagine if there's a few hundred people in here, everybody focused on this stuff, sharing ideas, experiences using these indicators? Man, I mean, I'm telling you, it's almost like one of those things where we have just done nothing but just organically grow. And that's what we're going to continue to do. At some point, that's going to come to a head, and we're going to have a nice pop, an explosion with people that really want to learn. And it's starting to happen, in my opinion. Yeah, it is. Yep, for sure. But yeah, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys.